Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the collective for October 12th, 2020. This is a reading for all signs, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Just as a reminder, if you like the decks that I'm using, they're all listed in the description box down below, along with a way to get a private reading, if that's something that you would like. And I'm just going to ask that you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. What messages do we have for the collective? October 12th, 2020. Wow, all right, we've got the Queen of Swords wanted to come out. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. You might have that in your chart, or you might be connected to an air sign, or just exhibiting these qualities. All right, and you've got the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. All right, we've got the Four of Wands in reverse, and we've got the Strength card. Okay, in this deck, it's the number 11, so we've got the Strength card in reverse. Interesting. Okay. Overall energy, you have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups represents Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. The Seven of Cups can represent a little bit of confusion, a little bit of illusion. We do have Neptune in Pisces, so we might be battling overblown sort of expectations, and maybe need a little bit of grounding before we take action or before we make a decision, okay? The Seven of Cups can also represent a lot of blessings coming your way, and it will be really important for you to choose, make the best choice for you, or which one you're going to deal with first, or how you're going to receive these blessings. Yeah, and so it's a nice energy because there's a lot coming towards you. You have a lot of choices, but it will be really important that you choose which one is truly the best for you. Okay. Now, the first energy out is this Queen of Swords that popped out during the shuffle. The Queen of Swords can represent, it can be an air sign, but since she's showing up in the upright, I'm really getting this sort of Libran energy of, balancing the scales, Lady Justice, being true, being authentic, really using, a healthy dose of your intuition, but especially your logic and your reason to decide which one, what choice to make here, especially if you're feeling confused. She has this sword here. She can cut through the confusion. She's very balanced. She's very intelligent. She's very good with words. And she's also, this is somebody who's been through a lot, but she leads with her head, not with her heart. Okay. And in this case, it's a good thing. Okay. Because we do see that there's some sort of illusion that needs to be cut through, or some sort of confusion that you or this person may be experiencing. Now we have the Ace of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. The Ace of Cups is about a blessing, a brand new beginning in love. For some of you, I'm picking up here, this might have to do with children, or maybe even a conversation about your children or having children. Because the Ace of Cups here is really showing us the importance of that self-love and that self-care. Some of you guys might be feeling like you're being pulled in many different directions by your children or people that you're in charge of, people that you take care of. And you're just sort of trying to decide, okay, what do I do here? What's the best way to go about this? But, I think you've learned a lot of lessons about over-giving in relationships, and relationships can be either in romantic situations or at work. Relationships are, just relationships, right? So it's going to be different for all of you. But the importance, the Queen of Swords does also understand the importance of making sure that she has her resources, that her cup is full before she takes action towards anybody else, or before she goes and starts giving it away, right? And she won't do that unless she has a plan. She's going to be somebody who very clearly communicates her wants and her needs. And she may say things that you don't like, but they're going to be honest and they're going to be true. There's a real element of loyalty with the Queen of Swords as well, because her power, she's somebody, she's somebody who, if you do a favor for her, until the end of her days, she will feel indebted to you or repay you back. Okay. But she's not going to sacrifice, herself in order to do that either, okay, if that makes sense. But there's a real energy of loyalty here. Again, it may also be, picking up on, you may be asking advice from a maternal figure, or from, especially I'm picking up on a female figure, about love, about romance, even about work, okay? Because I kind of get here that some of you may be in a relationship, that you might be starting out a new relationship or a new idea or a business opportunity or something along those lines. And I really do see, we see this sort of young couple, we see a mother with a baby, and then we see this sort of older, I'm picking up on this being more of like a crone type figure, or somebody who has a little bit more wisdom and experience, who may be helping you sort of make the best choice or see things from a different perspective, and show you the importance of nurturing not only yourself but your ideas, and not trying to skip any steps. Not trying to skip any steps due to like passion or excitement, a real maturity here in this advice. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. This is, Aries, Leo, Sag. And then we also have the Strength card in reverse. So again, the Four of Wands here, we have mother and child. And the Four of Wands can represent a contract. It can represent a responsibility. Again, some of you guys might be thinking about breaking a contract. Either, it could be like a long-term commitment, like a relationship or a marriage, and this is what you could be seeking advice on. For others of you, you might be looking at, how you can break a contract, with a company or with a job, something that maybe you signed out of haste. But you're realizing that it wasn't quite beneficial for you, or you're worth more than that, or somehow you feel a little bit confused, like maybe you got a little bit hoodwinked. Again, this could be a lease, this could be, this could be a job, this could be a relationship, but something that you've been waiting for quite some time doesn't seem to be coming into fruition, and you're feeling like you've got to, course correct or make some sort of change. And this is what I feel like this Queen of Swords is helping you with. If it's not another person, it may be that side of yourself that's really weighing the different options. Because like I said, I'm seeing a lot of that Libran energy, that Lady Justice energy. And then for some of you, it may be a legal matter, okay, about going to the courts, maybe, talking with a lawyer. Maybe it's about a prenup or a divorce and that sort of thing, and splitting assets. Because there was something that you were waiting for and it just didn't turn out the way you thought, or you came into some information that really sort of has made you change your mind. The last card out is the Strength card. It's interesting because in this deck, the Strength card is the number 11 rather than number 8 in the major arcana. And number 11, again, is that card of balance in other decks, and the card of justice. So I do feel like for some of you, this does have to do with a legally binding contract. And if it doesn't, it's like a verbal or a non-verbal. It's just sort of an agreement that you have with somebody that is, that is a bit confusing for you, that you need to sort of parse through it. You need to unpack it, and you may need professional advice here. The Strength card in reverse, again, I think there's a reason why you're deferring to this Queen of Swords, especially if it's another person, if it's not an aspect of yourself, because you're feeling drained, you're feeling tired. You may have given too much, you may have let your resources run dry, you may be feeling low on confidence, you may be feeling, like you just don't know what to do here, okay? And so again, there's nothing wrong with asking for help, okay? Again, it might have to do with your children, it might have to do with child care as well. I'm just going to go ahead and pull some clarifiers here with the Queen of Swords. We get the Five of Wands in reverse, okay? Yeah, so again, the Five of Wands in reverse takes us back to the Four of Wands. Definitely has to do with some sort of contract, and I do feel like it's a legally binding contract, a marriage or a prenup, or or even with a company or something, or a lease or something along those lines. The Five of Wands in reverse is telling me that things have gotten kind of nasty, things have gotten kind of toxic, and that's why you're seeking legal help or advice, or like advice from somebody who's been through something similar before. On top of the Ace of Cups, we get the Page of Cups. Again, this very well could have to do with your children. You could have, it could be something. It could be, again, very well. It could be about child custody. It could be about. That's what I'm picking up on. It has something to do. Maybe you have children with this person that you're trying to move away from. Or you're trying to, work on behalf of your children. The Page of Cups is about the emotional body. It's about somebody younger. It's about messages. It's about also maybe apologies. But I'm also getting that, you might say sorry a lot, and that this Queen of Swords is going to be like, tell you, stop saying sorry. We need to figure out a solution here. Okay. With the Four of Wands in reverse, you get the Tower in reverse. So the Tower in reverse, with the Four of Wands, somebody here might be resisting either this divorce or this separation, or, they're resisting like reworking whatever this contract is. And I think it's maybe even gotten out of hand. So that's why, again, you do need somebody's advice to help you here. And look at that. We get the World card on top of the Strength. So this is Spirit coming in to remind you that everything's going to work out. It's going to come to fruition, to completion. Okay, but it's going to be really important that you do find that your inner peace and your inner calm, despite all of this sort of anxiety that I sense that you're feeling, because you're feeling like this has gotten a little bit out of hand, or it's a little bit bigger than you, or you're very genuinely worried about your children. You're very confused about your options and where to move on from here. Okay, so it's interesting energy here, you guys. I do feel like it is something legal. You do also get, as your overall energy, you do get the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So again, this is something that you were waiting for. Maybe you were waiting for it to work itself out. And underneath there, look at that, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So again, it could have to do with family. It could have to do with, oh, sorry, that's not the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, well, it's actually the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, but it's like it's an opportunity or a relationship or something that, you thought was going to be successful, would bring you stability, and it's not, okay? And it's like you just want out is what I'm getting. Or you want your children taken care of, or you want a solution. Everything is happening just the way it's supposed to with that World card. This will be something that will be brought to completion, but you have to stay strong, okay? Because it may not happen in the time that you're expecting it to. All right, we get self-creation. Be the author of your own life. Beautiful. I feel like this is the advice that you're getting from this Queen of Swords, or maybe it's your higher self. And then if you take a look here, we do see two people. Okay, so I really do feel like that this does have to do with, like a marriage or a separation or a contract that you entered in with, with somebody. Most likely it's legally binding, but it could be, it could just be a verbal contract, a commitment. All right, you get beyond the ego, surrender to the flow of life. So again, make sure, you might be dealing with somebody who is very, who's very egocentric, or somebody who's, doesn't want to release you from this contract, or doesn't want this change, and that's all sort of ego-based thinking, and Spirit saying surrender, surrender to this. You will, you'll be fine, but don't let, don't change who you are, okay, or what you want, because I feel like this is a very important issue for you at this time. All right, and we get deal with the unexpected, treat the unforeseen as a divine offering. Yeah, so again, I think you're trying to control this situation, and I feel like there's the message here is you can't control anybody else or their actions, or anything along those lines, but you can control your reaction only. And there is something unexpected that might come of this. It could go one of two ways, okay? It could be unexpectedly more easy for you, or it could be more difficult. All right, we get discover your life purpose. So we have another number 11 coming out. So this is 1111. You know, Spirit may be communicating with you through these numbers. But again, what I'm looking at here more than anything, I'm seeing this woman. I feel like, again, you may have feel like you were tricked here, or that you were that you decided to believe someone, you know, because they were romantic, because they were, you know, they were spinning like this beautiful tale, and you're realizing that, you know, that was sort of a mistake, or maybe you made like a hasty decision, or you didn't have all the details, because, you know, she doesn't look really pleased, you know, with this person playing music. Okay, and you're like, you know what, this doesn't align with me. You know, in the beginning that might have sort of made me turn a blind eye, and I may have swooned, etc., but not any longer. All right, and then we get patience. Okay, patience, again, more sort of Sagittarius energy coming through here. But the need to just be patient with the process, okay? That things, you know, Spirit does want to remind you that the World card is coming out in the upright, that this will come to an end, and I think you're going to be surprised at, you know, how successfully it does end, okay? But it's gonna require a little bit of grit here. Okay, and then we finally get resistance. Yeah, so again, somebody here might be resisting this separation, maybe you leaving a particular job, or you wanting out of this contract. Again, make sure that, you know, if it's a legal matter, that you are you know, you're consulting somebody who is a professional, okay? Because you are coming up against some resistance, but also, you know, this is the information that, you know, this is going to require some grit and some hard work. You might be feeling drained, but you have what it takes to get the results that you want with this World card. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.